guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, which you probably are because I only have like 11 subscribers, hey, how are you? Anyway, today we are going to be reading breakup texts. Right. Let me see where I was at. She's due to get married this summer. That already sounds bad, considering these are breakup stories. Dated a girl for about 2 years. Lived together for 1, proposed and had a year-long engagement. Then a huge wedding. Wedding ring costed around $4,000. Anyways, 2 months to the day after the wedding, she said she wasn't the marrying type and wanted a divorce. Kept the ring though. The kicker, she's due to get married this summer. That was right, that was awful. To be this guy, spending $4,000 on a ring. Not $1,000, not $2,000, $4,000. I don't know if you know this, but $4,000 is a lot of fucking money. Like, I alone only have like $200 in my bank account. So $4,000, and the day after the wedding, she says, "Yeah, I don't want to get married anymore. Sorry. You need to divorce me." And then gets wow. I can't with this. Right. Next one. A day later, I get a brief breakup text. Oh, we're gonna have fun this video, guys. We dated about 4 months. Really intense connection, texting every day and talking on the phone usually twice a week. But physically, things are going slowly. One night, I admit to him that I'm a virgin, and a few weeks later, we have sex. The next day, I leave on a long weekend vacation, and he knows I like my space, so I don't hear from him. We have set plans for when I return, so no worries. I return home and text him that I'm back. A day later, I get a brief breakup text. "It's not working out. Sorry about the bad timing." What was the bad timing? Well, aside from having my first time sex with me 4 days prior, it was my birthday. What? Okay, the 4 days after you have sex and he breaks up to you, that I get. I really do. Because guys, some guys can be fucking assholes. I'm not going to say all guys, but some guys are fucking assholes. So, and I know guys that have done that or would do that. So that's honestly not that surprising. But then it said it was her birthday. And now I'm sad for her. Or him, we're not going to judge. Or him. It doesn't say if they are male, female, non-binary, you know. It doesn't say what their gender is, so you know what? For the rest of this video, if they don't say their gender, we're just gonna assume, we're just gonna use they, them pronouns, okay? He took the dog. I don't even want to read this. He took the doggo. He got drunk after a 5K on St. Patrick's Day. Left 5 minutes before I got there to walk home. He was apparently blackout drunk by this point. On the way home, he, for whatever reason, decided to make a stop at the lawyer's office and break in. He caused over $30,000 worth of damage and threatened the arresting officers with a printer. He was convicted of a felony, dishonorably charged from the military, and I supported him through it all because I loved him. And then he decided to move back home since he wanted his mom to support him financially. broke up with me, and then less than a month later was dating a high school girl. Oh, and he took the dog we got together and that I helped pay for and train. There was nothing I could do because he had gotten the dog microchipped in his name. I have no words. We had very casually dated for 2 weeks. This sounds like a middle school breakup. He cried and declared his love for me. After I said, "This is too weird, let's go back to being friends." We had very casually dated for 2 weeks. That sounds like a middle school breakup. That's literally all it says. He cried and declared his love for me after I said, "This is too weird, let's go back to being friends." We had very casually dated for 2 weeks. That's it. That's straight up a middle school breakup if I've ever heard one. And I have. Because I was a middle schooler once. Let's just say, me and my friend, love sucks. Felt that. My first relationship lasted 5 years, during which my boyfriend explained that he needed to be with someone for 5 years before he knew if it was going to last. He mentioned multiple times that he would propose on our 5th anniversary. Day comes around, he takes me to dinner and to the location of our first kiss, where he proceeds to break up with me. A couple years later, I had been with a man for a few months. He proposed. It was quick, but I got head over heels. We got engaged, and a few weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. That bumped up our wedding plans. Got married with 2 months late, and 2 months later, I caught him in bed with a 19-year-old. Being pregnant, I was scared of being alone. Didn't know what to do, but after trying to work it out for a year, I divorced him. Love sucks, and I've been battling the mentality that it's not worth it. I'm hoping I'll find a man that makes it worth it. So far, no luck. My daughter is almost 9, and I have not found the one yet. Oh my god. I feel so bad for this person. Clearly this person's female because they said they were pregnant. She said she was pregnant. But next one. He had packed up all his stuff. We were constantly breaking up and getting back together for the 3 years we dated. The worst breakup was when he texted me unexpectedly. "I can't do this anymore." I called him and he wouldn't pick up the phone, so I drove over to his place when I realized he had packed up all his stuff and started the 1,000-mile drive back to our home state when he texted me. This man packed up all his shit, got in the car and started driving, then broke up with her. I became this title. I became the hysterical crying girl. Gotta love that one. Right. My first relationship was my worst breakup. I shared all of my first with my boyfriend and invested a lot of my identity in him. We were together for 2 years or so, and it took me nearly 2 years before I felt comfortable moving on. I became the hysterical crying girl in high school. You do not want to be that girl. Ah, homecoming, what a nice time. Oh wait, you miss your ex, so you better go cry in the bathroom. Oh boy, it's your birthday and you're at Oktoberfest with your friends? Nope, gotta be sad about all the couples you and go cry under a tree. Want to see a movie? Sure thing. Just need to step outside the theater and cry for some ridiculous reason related to your ex. I had been really awful I had really awful breakups since, but that first one bothered me for so long. I didn't think I'd ever be happy or fall in love again. I'm just gonna read one more and then we're gonna be done with this video because I don't know how much of this I can take. They gave him an ultimatum, me or their money. Uprooted and moved across the country with the guy. Realized after the fact that just how dependent he was on his parents for everything. They basically controlled his life because he didn't have a real job and lived off of their money. He spent ridiculous amounts of cash on stupid stuff like his train modeling hobby. But they somehow blamed me for all his failures instead of him. Despite me landing freelancing work, then a full-time job within 3 months of quitting my job and moving with no job prospects. He came home from a trip to see them 2 days before. He came home from a trip to see them 2 days before New Year's Eve and told me they gave him an ultimatum, me or their money. He chose the money. I had to live in the apartment for another 2 months, sleeping on the sofa while he moved another girl in. My fuck buddy and I broke his couch bed though, so it wasn't all bad in the end. All I can say to that one is, did you get any actual revenge? Because I would have. Like, if he did that shit to me, and I was living on that couch for 2 whole months after, and he had another girl in already, me and my fuck buddy wouldn't have just been on the breaking the couch, we'd be breaking the bed. Then, the day I move out, guess the fuck I'm about to do? I'm gonna get some... I am a big seafood lover. I am from Maryland. You know goddamn well we eating them crabs. We eating them shrimp. Mainly them crabs because delicious. So you know damn well I would have eaten a shit ton of crabs and put the shell everywhere. When I say everywhere, girl, I mean everywhere. He wouldn't be able to get the stink out for a while. Then he probably... The reason I'm saying this is because some girl did this, but they took it less. She put some... I forgot what she put in. It was in curtain rods. And they tried everything to get rid of the stink, and when they couldn't, they moved. And they took the curtain rods with them. So if in the case that he moves, you have that shit everywhere already. So if he takes that furniture, karma's a bitch, you feel? Alright, but that's it for this video. Love you guys so much. Chaos in the real world, chaos everywhere else. Let's get this shit done.